I cannot believe this. I really can't. The Double XL Freshman 2012 list just came out, and it's nowhere near what I expected. I mean, like I thought last year's list was completely off, but this year's is like, what are you guys smoking? Because like these guys aren't even relevant in even the mainstream sense. I mean, like I know this is all about it's not about skill or anything. It's all about like popularity and all this stuff. And half these people on here aren't even that popular. In all honesty, I mean, like you got Future. Future's pretty popular. Kidding, okay, like Danny Brown, French Montana, Macklemore. I haven't heard of Macklemore, but I know he's pretty decent. Don't Trip, Machine Gun Kelly. That's cool. Hobson, eh. So from there on, like it's iffy, but it's still like there's still people who are like more popular than a lot of them though. So those people, I'm not necessarily like, oh snap, how? Because this is mostly the whole thing is supposed to be like, if you don't know who they are, here they are. But there's people who are more popular than them that I feel deserve it. But it's gonna like then you got the last two, which are like the most controversial for me, is Iggy Azalea and Roscoe Dash. Now, Iggy Azalea, female white rapper, nothing against that or anything. It's just she's only had one project out, one mixtape, and she only had like two hits. Um, Pussy is a song that got her, big, like got people to know her, and was My World. Yeah, and those are good songs. It's just she's only had like one project out, so it's like it's not really much to really go on. Like how are you gonna really know whether like who this person is as an artist, where she's going, or any of that? I think it takes more than just one project to tell that. Then you have Roscoe Dash. He's already been in the mainstream for I don't know how long. So why is he even in here? It makes no sense. French Montana, by the way, I don't know why I skipped past him. He's been in the game longer than most of these people. So it's like there's really no point in trying to introduce him because if you don't know who French Montana is, you just don't know who French Montana is. He's already got stuff out, you know? Like he's been like teetering on the brink of mainstream and underground for like a while now. All he needed was somebody just to help him out, and he got that. He got Diddy. Diddy helped him out, because Rick Ross basically, I think Rick Ross influenced Diddy to, start his label back up again, and I'm glad he did it. So now French Montana's out. So why French Montana and Rocco Dash is in there when they're like the most mainstream people in the entire group? I have no idea. But moving on from that, but they missed like some of the biggest people from last year, man. They missed freaking ASAP Rocky, who was freaking huge. Like why he's not on here, I don't know. Like he's like, I just don't know why he's not on here. It makes no logical sense. Then you got Stally, he's on MMG. Okay, like dude is pretty dang successful for the kind of music he makes. Why he's not on the list, I have no idea. I mean, like they dang near hinted at him at this. I saw this one video where him and Double XL were interviewing him. Then he uh, 2011's list of freshmen. And I was like, oh snap! So so that basically confirmed he's gonna be on it. Which I don't see why he wouldn't be because he's on freaking MMG. MMG is like the biggest group. I mean, music group, basically what they call them. So like of 2011. So it's like I don't see why not. Because Young Money had last year, MMG had this year. I mean, 2011. They had 2010. But you know what I'm saying. So why Sally wasn't on there makes absolutely no sense. I mean, Wale was in the first one. Meek Mill was in the third one, like 2011's. I mean, so why Sally isn't in 2012's, I have no idea. It just doesn't make any sense. And the one artist who needs it the most, like I feel, is XV. because he's been grinding and just everybody's just been passing over him, even though he's most definitely one of the best, like, like young artists, like right now, because he, like, his, just everything about him is just crazy. Like his punchlines, he's not like a huge punchline rapper, like you, especially about punchlines that don't mean nothing. Like all his lyrics mean something. So he spits meaningful, witty punchlines and stuff like that. And he's very marketable. Like I don't see how you could not put XV in there. But even aside from XV, you also got like Dom Kennedy. Dom Kennedy's been grinding just as long, and he's been putting out high quality music for the longest. And he even got like the number 2 spot on iTunes. Second, during the summer, second to what was it? The number 1 was it was Big Sean's Finally Famous. Then it was Dom Kennedy, and then it was Currency. Currency is a way more popular artist than Dom Kennedy, and he got number 2 over Currency. So come on, seriously. I don't know. I don't know what these guys are thinking. I'm just thinking in terms of just pure mainstream, like sales, popularities type stuff. I'm talking about like, you know, um, skill and all that stuff. Because all that stuff doesn't matter. They don't care about that. But I'm talking in terms of the mainstream sense. This is completely outrageous. Emilio, I see some people mentioning Emilio Rojas. I'm on TwoDopeBoys.com. Emilio Rojas, he's not that popular, even though he has been mentioned by Rick Ross. He's nowhere near as popular as some other people. So, you know, um, man, it's just ridiculous. Like, I mean, there's just a lot more people who deserved it. Lowe's got signed to freaking like Bad Boy. So why he wasn't? Oh, actually, I can kind of understand because it was a little too late when you think about it. Because he got signed like what this year? It wasn't necessarily last year. But as far as female rappers go, man, like Iggy Azalea really did not deserve to be in here. The only like female rapper this year, okay, I would say more than that. Only 2 in my opinion, but one most definitely, in my opinion, Nicki Lynette totally deserved it. But for some reason, people don't like women who are smart. So I guess because if you look at Nicki Lynette, it's like holy shit, she's beautiful. She has a gigantic ass. She doesn't show it like Nicki Minaj does. She's not related in any way, shape, or form to Nicki Minaj. She doesn't want to be hers. Her name was Nicki Lynette before Nicki Minaj. So anyway, moving on from that, she's like she just first of all she can rap her ass off, and she can sing extremely well. So and she makes great music. So why Nicki Lynette wasn't on there, I don't know. I guess because she's not popular yet. I still don't understand why. Then you have Nitty Scott MC. Nitty Scott MC has basically done more in 1 year than most people do, in like 2 years, I guess you could say. Because, first thing she did was like the reason why she got popular was because her monster freestyle to Nicki Minaj, her monster freestyle. She freestyled to Kanye West's monster, and people were like, "Oh snap, she did some Nicki Minaj," but she wasn't, you know, and she just completely murdered it. And then after that, she took that hype, just kept on pushing. She put out her first mixtape. You know what I mean? Boombox Diaries. And after that, she put out her second mixtape during the summer. Actually, I think like the end of the summer. Doobies and popsicle sticks. You know what I mean? And during all that, she's been making all kinds of mainstream big moves. Like she got on like what was it MTV2 like pretty damn quick. She didn't even have a mixtape out, and she got on MTV2 just off Strength and Monster. And then when she put out the mixtape, that got a lot of buzz. And she put out a second mixtape that got a lot of buzz, and between that she got a lot of stuff too. And then she was on freaking the BET Cypher. You know what I mean? Like she's made nothing but big mainstream moves. Like she's still not even signed. Like she could have been signed a long time ago, but she decided not to because she wants to put out her first I don't know, I'm not sure, but she hadn't put out her first EP yet. But she's just done so much throughout the year and got like a lot of popularity, a lot of buzz, and for some reason, like she deserves to be on there more than most half the people on there. I mean, I don't even talking. I don't see. I'm not even talking about skill or nothing like that. Cause like everybody knows Nitty Scott is the beast. Like, so there's really no point in even mentioning that. It's just simple fact that she's done more than most people in that list. Especially Iggy Azalea. Like Iggy Azalea, she's decent and all, but she's not. She's nowhere near as popular, and she's just nowhere near as good. So why she's not on there, it it made she wasn't even on the list to even pick from. So it just doesn't make any sense. Like this list doesn't make sense. Because last year, I could see why certain people would be on there. Like last year, Lil B was in there. I completely understood that, and I completely agree with it. But then you had dudes like, it was just, I don't know. It's just stupid. I really don't know why this list is as bad as it is. It just made no sense. And I'm still trying to think of why it is, but it is. You know, like there's no excuse for not having ASAP Rocky on there. ASAP Rocky most definitely was one of the biggest artists last year, hands down. Like not a lot of people are bigger than ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky was huge, and he's still getting bigger. And some people wanted Earl to be on there, but the reason why Earl can't be on there is number one, because Earl, like, let's say Earl was on there, he would not be on the list. I mean, he would not be in the picture. He would not be interviewed. He won't be able to do anything within the whole double XL thing. Like when you get a double XL, they have like a certain thing, like a whole bunch of stuff you gotta do. Because that's what they have like a mixtape, and you have a photo shoot, and an interview. That's you gotta participate in all that stuff, and I think now they have ciphers for it, but he wouldn't be able to participate in that, so he'll just be on it when he's still in the whole thing. Now he's out now, but I don't know. It's just this doesn't make sense.